Oh, 15, I thought it was only 9.
No, it's gone to 15 Brian Costello.
They presumably do it all together.
Oh no, they didn't want to do it together because they're Brian Costello.
Oh, right.
Brian was one of them Costello.
Right, welcome to Bromborough Folk Club. We've got a few new faces in here, which is nice to see. Tonight's a bit of a special night in the second half. Right, like I say, thanks very much for coming out. If you hadn't have come, I wouldn't be here. Right, I'll get started with a few songs, and we've got quite a good selection again of full singers. So I'll start.
Did I see you down in the young girl's town? You
mother in so much pain. Was I almost there at the top of the stair, the screaming in the rain? Did she wake you up to tell you that it's only a change of plans? Dream up, let me fill your cup, the promise of a man. Did I see you walking with the boys? Oh, it was not hand in hand. Was it some black face in a lonely place when you couldn't understand? Did she wake you up to tell you that it's only a change of plan? Dream up, let me fill your cup with the promise of a man. Well, I see you gave more than you can take, my only half the sun. As the day flies past, you lose your grasp or fuse it in the sun. Did she wake you up to tell you that there's only a change of plan? Dream up, let me fill your cup, the promise of a man. I look at you all, see the love that's there sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. I look at the floor and I see it needs sweeping, still my guitar gently weeps. I don't know why. Somebody told you, they informed your love. I don't know how. Nobody saved you, they deserve you. I look at the world and I see it is turning, while my guitar gently weeps. With every mistake we must surely be learning, while my guitar gently weeps. I don't know how you were diverted, you were perverted too. I don't know how you were inverted too. I look at you all and I see you are sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. I look gradual. While my guitar gently weeps. Someone's weeping over there. Thank you very much.
These fleeting charms of earth, farewell, your springs of joy are dry. My soul now seeks another home and brighter world on high. I'm a long time traveling here below. I'm a long time traveling away from home. I'm a long time traveling here below to lay this body down. Farewell, kind friends whose tender care has long engaged my love. Your fond embrace I now exchange for better friends above. I'm a long time traveling here below. I'm a long time traveling away from home. I'm a long time traveling here below to lay this body down. I'm a long time traveling here below. I'm a long time traveling away from home. I'm a long time traveling here below to lay this body down. To lay this body down. Come along with me, the day can breathe once more to hear the sounds of closing doors. The night has opened up its eyes to see day. 1,000 moving just as one. A feeling that's so certain that when the day is done, the paper lads will come with the dawn, casting light on the play, acting it out in their own special way, making an entrance and reading the lines, a story of people who lived either time. Back home once again, the day streets seem so long. They're waking now, our job is done. See people run to catch the wheels of their lives. The city's reading every line, but while it sleeps we're working in a world that's just our own. For paper lads alone in the dark, going out every day, seeing our hometown in different ways, carrying you, solving problems we find. Though young, who knows what goes on in our minds? Thank you.
If I were a carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have my baby? If I tinker away my trade, would you still find me carrying the pots I made, following behind me? Save my love through loneliness, save my love through sorrow. I'll give you my holiness, give me your tomorrow. If I worked my hands in wood, would you still love me? Answer me, babe, yes I would. I'd put you above me. If a miller were my trade, at a mill wheel grinding, would you miss your colored box and your soft shoes shining? Save my love through loneliness, save my love through sorrow. I'm giving you my holiness, give me your tomorrow. If I were a carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have my baby? If I tinker away my trade, would you still find me carrying the pots I made, following behind me?
Whoa, right.
When Liz and I retired, it was a special day. We brought a brand new car and caravan to go on holiday. Our children came to see us, cause they weren't really sure. He said, spending all your money, Dad. We said, no, we're spending yours. We're going skiing, we're going skiing. For Liz and I, it makes perfect sense. We're spending the kids' inheritance. Our children know they'll disagree, but we're growing old disgracefully. With our Mersey travel passes, our journeys are for free. We like to go from place to place to see what we can see. We get the train to Liverpool, get off at Central Station, cross the road into the Globe, that's where we spend our pension. We're going skiing, we're going skiing. For Liz and I, it makes perfect sense. We're spending the kids' inheritance. Our children know they'll disagree, but we're growing old disgracefully. break from being retired, doing what you want to do, going out for lunch each day with a glass of wine or two. Children came around because they think we've gone too far. Well, we've only been to Dawson's to buy another new guitar. We're going skiing, we're going skiing. For Liz and I it makes perfect sense. We're spending the kids' inheritance. Our children know they'll disagree, but we're growing old disgracefully. We're in the depths of winter and it's getting very cold. It's no fun to be here when you're getting old. The winter fuel allowance will be a great relief, and we'll get it just before we board the plane to Tenerife. We're going skiing, we're going skiing. For Liz and I it makes perfect sense, spending the kids' inheritance. Our children know they'll disagree, but we're growing old disgracefully. Now to get their own back, and they got for us one day a ride along a zip wire above a quarry in North Wales. My reaction was such that my words you had to censor. But then I thought, oh what the hell, it's a venture before dementia. We're going skiing, we're going skiing. For Liz and I it makes perfect sense, spending the kids' inheritance. Our children know they'll disagree, we're growing old disgracefully. We're going skiing, we're going skiing. We all know it makes perfect sense, spending our kids' inheritance. Come on folks, I'm sure you'll agree, we're all growing old disgracefully. Thank you.
you sit and wonder why, gal? If you don't know by now, don't you sit and wonder why, girl? It don't matter much anyhow. When that rooster crows at the break of dawn, you look out your window, you'll notice that I'm gone. You are the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. La 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 la. Don't think twice, it's alright. And it ain't no use you turning on your light, girl. The light I've never known. Don't you turn on your light, girl. You see, I'm on the dark side of the road. Well, I'm thinking as I'm walking down that long, lonesome road. I once loved a woman, a child, I'm told. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. Don't think twice, it's alright. La da 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 da. Don't think twice, it's alright. Don't you go calling out my name, gal, like you never, ever done before. Don't you call out my name, gal. You see, I can't hear you anymore. Well, I wish there was something we could do or say that'd make me change my mind and stay. But hell, we never did too much talking anyway. Don't think twice, it's alright. La da 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 da. Don't think twice, it's alright. Well, I'm going down that long, lonesome road, gal. Where I'm going, I can't tell. Goodbye is too good a word, gal. I'll just say, fare thee well. You know, I'm not saying you treated me unkind. You could have done better, I don't mind. But you seriously wasted my precious time. Don't think twice, it's alright. La da 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 da. Don't think twice, it's alright. Thank you. Well, I have been a rover, I have been a bold deceiver. I chose to earn my living with my pistol and my rapier. I don't know what I've stolen, but 'twould make a pretty penny. And I lost it all to me darling sporting Jenny. Musher in 'em, there 'em, da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. I robbed Colonel Farrell on Kilgarry Mountain. I took the gold to Jenny just to help me with the counting. Well, Jenny called the guards, sure, I never saw so many. I almost lost me freedom to me darling sporting Jenny. Musher in 'em, there 'em, da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. Well, I'd like to find my brother, the one that's in the army. I don't know where he's stationed, is it Cork or in Killarney? Together we'll go roaming o'er the mountains of Kilkenny, I'm sure he'll treat me better than me darling sporting Jenny. Musherinum derum da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, early in the morning in the barracks of Killarney, my brother took his leave, but he didn't ask the army. Our horses, they were speedy, 'twas all over but the shouting. Now he waits for Farrell on Kilgarry Mountain. Musherinum dear and da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. There's some takes delight in the hurley or the bowling, others takes delight in the carriage wheels a rolling. I take delight in the juice of the barley, courting pretty girls in the morning so early. Musherinum derum da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Musherinum derum da, derum da, derum da, derum da, derum da, there's whiskey in the jar. Hey!
That's King Blue.
It's a rainy night in Paris, and the harbour lights are low. He must leave his love in Paris before the winter snow. On a lonely street in Paris, he held her close to say, we'll meet again in Paris when there are flowers on the Champs-Élysées. How long, she said, how long? And will your love be strong when you're across the sea? Will your heart remember me? Then she gave him words to turn to when the winter nights were long. Nous sommes encore amoureux avec les couleurs du printemps. And then she said, and then our love will grow again. Ah, but in her eyes he sees her words of love are only words to please. And now the lights of Paris grow dim and fade away, and he knows by the lights of Paris he will never see her in love. Life is a beautiful thing. As long as I hold that string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. Life is a beautiful thing. So long as I hold that string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. What a world, what a life, I'm in love.
I will love you in the month of Jan, give you all the loving I can, hold you close, holding your hand. And I will love you in the month of Feb, take my word, you can take it as read, take me home, take me to bed. And I will love you when the March winds blow, rain or shine, come weather, come snow. I will love you in the April showers, got so lucky to have a love like Apple. I will love you any time of year, the seasons come and go. I will love you any month of any year. I love groovy you so. Yeah, groovy, baby. And I will love you in the month of May, now the sun is coming to stay, all my fears are falling away. And I will love you in the month of June, I can smell a sweet perfume, I can see your loving in bloom, your loving in bloom. And I will love you in the hot July, when the sun is high in the sky. I will love you in the dry August, our dreams will never crumble to dust. I will love you any time of year, the seasons come and go. I will love you any month of any year. I love you so. Woo! I bet you're wondering how I rhyme September, aren't you? I will love you in September fall, I'll give you love, I'll give it you all. I'll be there whenever you call. Whenever you go, it's the best I could do. I will love you in October night, trick or treat or Halloween fright. I'll be there shining a light. I'll be shining a light. And I will love you in November chill, I will be there loving you still. I will love you in December, golden frankincense and myrrh, not enough to show that I care. I will love you any time of year, the seasons come and go. I will love you any month of any year. I love you so. The seasons come and go. Any month I love you so. I will love you in the month of Jan, I will love you in the month of Jan.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There's a grey street looking at me, and I live here with my insolvency. I look around for a higher plane. Well, this sure ain't heaven. It never pours, it just rains. Nothing goes from bad to worse. Nothing lifts up my no-lockers. Rent's the highest honour I'll attain. I'll never visit the Queen. It never pours, it just rains. Just rain. Just rain. Just rain. I'll never visit the Queen. It never pours, it just rains. 49, he catches his bus at 7:42. 87 takes his dog along the avenue. Mr. Average gonna drive me out of my brain. I gotta catch another bus. Never pours, it just rains. Just rain. Just rain. Just rains. Gotta catch another bus. It never pours. No thunder gonna come along and light up the sky. No one seasonal drought is gonna make this place dry. There's nothing exciting, no wild hurricane, just that prevailing wind. It never pours, it just rains. It just rains. It just rains. I've gotta catch another bus. It never pours, it just rains. It just rains. It just rains. What does it do? It just rains. Just rain. That prevailing wind, it never pours. It just rains. It just rains. It just rains.
Tune is best indicated. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in new eyes. Fine time of this night to make romance beneath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. I'm trying to place to the calling of your heart since they play soft and low. You know the night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and all the soft moonlight seems to shine your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. And I know now the time is just right, and straight into my arms you will run. And when you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. And every time I touch you, you just tremble inside. And I know how much you want me that. Come hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you? dance with the stars up above in your eyes. Find fabulous night to make romance 'neath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to place through the calling of your heart sings a place soft and low, soft and low. Thank you. Okay.
Together, away, haul away, we haul away, Joe. Away, ha, haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Away, haul away, we haul away, Joe. King Louis was the king of France before the revolution. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. But Louis got his head removed, it spoiled his constitution. Away, haul away, we haul away, Joe. Away, ha, haul away, we'll haul away together. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Away, ha, haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Self and Valparaiso on the morning tide, heading home to Liverpool. Most of the men I sailed with would be going back. We had lost one man on the outward voyage, old Joseph Brown. Fell from the topsail yard. We wouldn't have heard him cry out. There was a gale blowing, like the screams of lost souls in hell. And the noise of the waves crashing down on our ship was louder than any thunder I've ever heard.
Ha! Haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Away, haul away, we haul away, Joe.
The cook is in the galley now, he keeps his victuals handy.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
The captain's in his cabin now.
Sea shanty is a work song. Yeah. And I should say at this stage that they're only sung on merchant ships and not on the Royal Navy ships. And it comes back to money at the end of the day. The owner of the merchant ship is only interested in profit. He's trading throughout the world, but he's after the money. And he doesn't want to spend a lot of money on a load of crew. So he has the bare minimum of crew that he can get away with. And because there's a bare minimum of crew, they've all got to pull together. And the best way of doing that is through music, through singing. And enter the shantyman, who picks a song for the particular task, and he gets the motion going.
The shantyman is one of the three most important people on a ship, and it can't go unless he's there. So this fellow was so drunk, according to the story, he was lifted onto a ship in a hoist and put in the hold for 24 hours so he could sober up. So once he was sober, obviously he's the man that knew the songs, he knew the time, and it's not just singing, it's like Dennis was saying before, it's the timing of the function. And if you don't get that right, you just can't go out to sea. If you haven't got the men all pulling the rope at the same time, the mast won't go up straight.
One evening in July, I met a maid who asked my trade. Sailor John, says I,
and away, Santee, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka?
I took her down to Tiffany's, I did not mind expense. I bought 2 gold earrings, cost me 50 cents.
And away you Santy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance?
Raising the anchors, always hard work. And then it's 4 months of back baking graft before we get home. 5 if the wind isn't in our favour. By the time I get home, it'll be almost a year since I last saw my wife and children. Every time I get home, I promise to look for a job ashore, but going to sea is all I've ever known. It's been 30 years. I don't know what else I could do.
My dear Annie, oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka?
I joined a Yankee bloodboat and sailed away next morn. Don't ever fool around with girls, you're safer off Cape Horn.
And away.
Well, raising the anchor is actually like a 3-stage operation. The first stage is to haul in the slack rope in, and then once that's tight, you pull in the weight of the ship across the top of the anchor until you're right over the anchor, which releases it, and then it comes up faster. Now, to do that, they use a capstan. Now, a capstan is like a conical shaped vertical pillar, a bit like the post on a guitar, and you wrap the anchor rope round that, and there's 4 poles coming out, and the crew get round that, maybe 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 guys to each pole, and they rotate that round and haul in the anchor.
And New York Girls in particular, as a capstan shanty,
Yeah.
keeps that regular meter going all the time. So, you know, like Dan was saying about having
That's right.
the bars,
Yeah.
once you're on the bar and you say, oh,
Yeah.
you New York Girls, come.
Yeah.
And everyone's singing at the same time, so the pressure is kept on the rope permanently.
It's in the pace, isn't it?
Yeah. So.
Now Sally is the girl that comes from O'Reilly.
Way, hey, bully in the alley.
Sally is the girl from Shinbone Alley.
Bully on the shinbone now. So help me, boys, and bully in the alley. Way, hey, bully in the alley. Help me, boys, and bully in the alley. Bully on the shinbone now.
For 7 long years I courted Sally.
Way, hey, bully in the alley.
When we're clear of the harbour, it'll be all hands to set sail. The shantyman calls out the lines of the verse and we shout back the chorus as we all on the halyard. Once we're underway, it'll be 4 hours on and 4 hours off for the rest of the voyage.
So I left Sally and I went a sailing.
Way, hey, bully in the alley.
Signed on a ship and went a whaling.
Bully on the shinbone now. So help me, boys, and bully in the alley. Way.
We have got one possible explanation of it, but the word bully is used in lots of different contexts in shanties. Like a bully can be a shipmate, like bully boys, you know, let's go on deck, bully boys, and shipmate. Or a bully can be someone, it might be used in the same way we use it now, you know, someone who is a bully. And this particular,
The bosun.
bosun in particular, yeah.
Each captain would be in cahoots with a bosun, and the bosun would be a man to be feared, shall we say, you know. They would quite often carry a rope which was backspliced at one end, which meant that it was twice as thick as the ordinary rope. So if the rope was 1 inch thick to start with, there'd be a 2-inch knot at the end of it, and that would be lashed around his wrist, and that would be one of the things that he'd use to keep order and discipline on board the ship, with a couple of henchmen as well who would just make sure that his back was covered.
Hey, bully in the alley.
1 more pull and we'll be late.
Bully on the shinbone now. So help me, boys, and bully in the alley. Way, hey, bully in the alley. Help me, boys, and bully in the alley. Bully on the shinbone.
Everything I have in the world's in this sea chest, apart from the clothes I'm wearing. In my younger days, when I went ashore,
I used to waste my pay on drink and women, but now I lead a more sober existence. Read the Bible sometimes, smoke me pipe, just sit here by myself and save me money.
Second mate, let's go below. Look out to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. Look at the glass, you can see that it is fell, and we wish that you would hurry up and strike the bell.
Down on the main deck, working at the pump, there's the larboard watch, longing for their bump. Look out to windward, you can see a great swell, and we wish that you would hurry up and strike the bell.
Strike the bell, second mate, let's go below. Look out to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. Look at the glass, you can see that it is fell, and we wish that you would hurry up and strike.
This is a good ship. The best thing about it is she doesn't leak. I've sailed on her for 5 years. I've learned to avoid ships that take on too much water. It can take an old watch to pump out a leaky ship. Imagine that. 4 hours at the pump, 30 shanties sung and repeated over and over, and the boatswain yelling at us like he's a slave master.
Look out to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. Look at the glass, you can see that it is fell, and we wish that you would hurry up and strike the bell.
Forward on the forecastle head, keeping a sharp lookout, there's Johnny standing, longing for to shout. Lights burning bright.
There's two types of pumps. I have to be
Left and
serious,
right.
by the way. So they had what they call elm tree pumps, which is elm trees are very straight, and they bore it out to put a hole through it, and they put two side by side, and they have this chain going round with like little discs on, and as the discs were coming up, they bring the water up with them, and they go round a little pulley at the top and then down again, and that would be operated by like a wheel, and the crew would wind it.
Yeah.
And then the other type of pump is just a suction pump, which is again a tube, but there's a lever at the top, and the guys would stand either side and one would pull down and the other would push up, and they go like that, you know, so an oscillating sort of move. Yeah, but they were both hand pumps, so there's no electricity.
And standing in the bilge water as they were pumping.
Could well be, yeah.
Which is another not pleasant task.
Off at the wheelhouse, and the sun he stands, grasping the helm with his frostbitten hands, looking at the compass, though the course is clear as hell, and he's wishing that the second mate would strike
the bell, second mate, let's go below. Look out to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. Look at the glass, you can see that it is fell, and we wish that you would hurry up and strike the bell.
Strike the bell is about a shanty man or a sailor's on watch, and on a ship a bell is struck every half hour, so in 1 hour you'll get 2 bells, in 4 hours you get 8 bells, and that's timed by a sand glass which only lasts half an hour. It'll turn upside down, and hopefully you'll do a 4-hour watch, and if everything's calm or the pressure gauge hasn't gone down to show there's a storm coming, you'll go off to your bunk, lie down and have a nice little sleep.
Eight bells is heavenly sound. Me watch done, I can go below and get fed, and all me aching body into me bunk.
It's a damn tough life, full of toil and strife, we whalermen undergo. And we don't give a damn when the whale is done, how hard the wind did blow. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, on a good ship, taut and free. And we don't give a damn when we drink our rum with the girls of old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui.
I've never been on a whaling ship, but that doesn't mean we can't sing whaling songs. Old Maui's one of my favourites. We get to sing songs like this when we're becalmed. When there's no wind, there's nothing else to do upon deck. We could be stuck for days with the sails hanging limp. At this stage of the voyage, we'll all stink to high heaven. So it's a bit of a bonus if we get a tropical downpour, then we can all go up on deck and have a good wash down.
And now we're anchored in the bay with the Kanakas all around. With chants and soft aloha rolls, they greet us homeward bound. And now ashore we'll have good fun, we'll paint them beaches red. Awake in the arms of an island maid with a big fat taken head, rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic round, rolling down.
For Bitter is a song which is usually sung for relaxation and entertainment purposes, named after the four bits of the craft. And from the old description of seagoing vessels, they had what they used to call the forecastle, the forecastle, the raised area at the front for the uninitiated. And that became the cruise area where they would relax, have their mess, sleep, eat and everything else.
Well, the crew have just finished whaling in round the Arctic Circle, and they're heading back. So they're actually singing about the period when they were whaling, and they're also singing about where they're going, and it's at the opposite end of the scales. So you ask the question, what's it like when you're whaling? And the song's got a terrific opening line. It's a damn tough life. That's the answer, and it's followed by 6 hellish months at sea, and the cold Kamchatka Sea, and then they switch to where they're going. They're going to the tropical lands. They're going to drink rum. They're going to meet the girls, all the nice things. But they keep the way the song's structured. They keep going back to the rough times. But in the middle, they're saying, "We don't care about the rough times. They're in the past. We're now looking forward to going home." To the girls.
And a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. And we roll the old chariots along. And we roll the old chariots along. And we roll the old chariots along. And we'll all hang on behind. And now a big plate of scouts wouldn't do.
Nelson's Blood was a hand-over-hand hauling piece. So in this particular case, where the crew would be perhaps in a line 4 or 5 strong, and all on the same rope, but without moving their feet, they would haul hand over hand, in the same way that you would perhaps try and move a rope on a tug of war. Although in a tug of war you keep hold of it. In this case, you're trying to have an action at the end of it. So there's no actual other movement of people. And the chariot referred to, I presume, we've always presumed, was another word for the ship. We'll roll the old chariot along. Yeah.
Now a roll in the clover wouldn't do us any harm. And a roll in the clover wouldn't do us any harm. And a roll in the clover wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. And we roll the old chariots along. And we roll the old chariots along. And we roll the old chariots along. And we'll all hang on behind. Now a pint from the landlord wouldn't do us any harm. And a pint from the landlord wouldn't do us any harm. And a pint from the landlord wouldn't do us any harm.
Well, after the great admiral died at the Battle of Trafalgar, there are conflicting reports as to whether he was put into a barrel of Malmsey wine or whether it was brandy or whether it was rum. The Royal Navy insist it was brandy. But in order to make sure that he arrived on in one piece, they set a guard on the barrel. And legend has it that when they opened the barrel to remove the body, half of the brandy had gone. And they reckon the guys who were on guard duty were tapping bits off and having a nip themselves.
Courage.
On the basis that a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do you any harm. So that was where the chorus springs from.
Because the drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm, and a roll in the clover wouldn't do us any harm, and a pint from the landlord wouldn't do us any harm, and we all hang on behind, and we roll the old chariots along, and we roll the old chariots along, and we roll the old chariots along, and we all hang on behind.
My wife will be down at the quay every day round about the time my ship's due in, watching for our sails on the horizon. Pity the poor wives who wait for a ship that never comes back. Then there's Joseph Brown, the sailor lost off Cape Horn. His wife will be waiting, her children hanging onto her skirt. And when she sees our sails on the horizon, she'll not know he's not with us. There'll be one last song while they give the ship its final pumping out. Then it can go ashore. I never look back. None of us do. All we'd see is the miserable face of the boatswain. The captain will be in his cabin, drinking most likely. We won't have seen much of him on the voyage home. It's very rare for a captain to get to know any of his crew by name. To him, each one of us is Johnny or just plain Joe.
Well, the last shanty of the voyage customarily would be Leave Her Johnny. And the idea of this song is that it's the sailors pleading with each other in public, but perhaps privately pleading with themselves to not go back on board, that the conditions are so bad and so difficult that the message is Leave Her Johnny. Never sung at sea, usually when you were heading into port or even sometimes in port, and at a time when you're making the ship ready for berthing, pumping out the bilges and generally making sure it was shipshape.
Oh, the times was hard and the wages low. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. And the grub was bad and the gales did blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Oh, the winds was foul and the work was hard. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. From the Liverpool docks to the Brooklyn yard. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Oh, I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Yous can go ashore and dispense your pay. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Oh, we'll leave her tight and we'll leave her trim. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. And we'll heave this hungry packet in. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Oh, now it's time to say goodbye. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. for the old pier heads are drawing nigh, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. And now, me lads, we have good cheer, for the Irish coast will soon draw near, and we'll set a course for old Cape Clear. Oh, Jenny, let your old cakes down. Whip it! Jamboree whip, jamboree, oh, you pigtail sailors, hang it down behind whip. Jamboree whip, jamboree, oh, Jenny, get your oat cakes done.
And now Cape Clear, it is in sight. We'll be off Holyhead by tomorrow night. Then we'll set a course for the old rock light.
Oh, Jenny, get your oat cakes done. Whip! Jamboree whip, jamboree, oh, you pigtail sailor, hang down behind whip. Jamboree whip, jamboree, oh, Jenny, get your oat cakes done.
And now we're passing Holyhead, no more salt beef or weevily bread. One man in chains for to swing the lead.
Oh, Jenny, get your oat cakes done. Jamboree whip, jamboree, oh, you pigtail sailor, hang down behind whip. Jamboree whip, jamboree, oh, Jenny, get your oat cakes done.
Thank you lot for coming out tonight. Hopefully next week we'll see it again. You know, this is you don't realise how magnificent these nights are. It's absolutely superb, and you lot and these all deserve a clap from me. So just shut up. That's the best you're getting. Thank you very much tonight for coming out tonight and let me enjoy myself. Take it easy and go home, and good night. Thank you, everybody. Blackbird singing in the dead of the night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of the night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arrive.